Hitting a fairway wood without using a tee peg and playing it straight from the ground can be one of the more daunting shots. It gives you everything of the bad stuff of golf with none of the good stuff. It's a long club, it's not got a great deal of loft on it, and it hasn't got a tee peg. You consider a driver, well, it's a long club, not much loft, but it's a bigger head and you get a tee peg. And obviously with the irons, shorter club, more loft, no tee peg. But the 3-wood and the fairway woods can often give you all of the negative stuff. So as I set up to the golf ball here, I've got a ball there, I'm just going to lay that club down opposite so you can see the ball position. Because we know if this club is hard to hit, we've got to give ourselves absolutely the best chance to do this with the right ball position. Moving the ball position too far forwards or too far backwards just makes this already difficult to hit club even more difficult. And I'd like you to consider that your golf swing is one big arc, one big circle. You imagine a big circle in the sky here would have a low point. And it's really important that we get our low point to be in the right place in conjunction with the golf ball. Now with our irons, generally the low point will be slightly after the ball. With our driver, the low point will be slightly ahead of the golf ball because it's on a tee peg we can hit up. With the 3-wood, we need the low point to be right at the ball. We can't have it behind because that's going to be scooping too much, and we don't want to be hitting down on it too much because that'll hit the ball too low, particularly with that 3-wood. So ball position becomes really crucial within that big circle of getting the low point right. Let's imagine we now set up and we have the ball position towards the middle or even back third of the stance. Now some golfers think, well, this will help me really hit down on the ball, and yeah, you might get a better contact with this. But what you'd also find is you hit the ball incredibly low, because as I make my swing now and come back down to impact, I've created a huge amount of shaft lean. The shaft is leaning forwards quite aggressively. Now consider most 3-woods have around about 15 degrees of loft on them. Any pulling the shaft forwards like this is taking the loft off the club head. A driver might have 10 degrees of loft, 3-wood 15. So if I move that handle forwards by 5 degrees, I've now got my driver head. I've now got 10 degrees of loft, and we know how low a driver can go without a tee peg. I could just hit that straight into the floor. And really the only fault there was the ball position was too far back. Now if I have the ball position too far forwards conversely, and I position it right up against the left instep or even beyond the left foot, what I'd often find there is the ball is now on the upwards part of the arc, and I'm actually low point before the ball, the circle, remember the big circle we talked about, that's now lifting up as we go through the ball. Chances are I'm going to struggle to get that ball airborne at all because I'm going to hit the top of that ball. So I might feel from here, I'm going to hit over the top of the ball and top the ball into the floor, or I might desperately try and get under the ball and hit the ground and therefore struggle as well hitting fat shots. The position I'd like you to place the ball is around about 2 balls width in from that lead heel. So the club now just 2 balls width away from the lead heel. Then I should find that it's right at the base of my arc as I'm driving forwards, and a nice turn up to a finished position. Experiment with it a little bit until you make sure you get it bang on right, but a ball position too far back and a ball position too far forwards will make your fairway woods very difficult to use.